Hello, Virgo. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 13th of September 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus sign videos for a complete picture of all of the energies that you've got going on this week. Personally, because you're more than just your Sun sign, don't forget. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there as well. And I've got a live show 3 times a week, live here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to have more Virgo energy in there with us. So let's find out what your energies are for this week. Virgo, it's a time to walk alone. I just got this feeling like you thought that you were moving ahead with someone on something, working with people, maybe getting together in a relationship, and it's just not happening. And it's left field kind of thing. You weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting to be alone this week, and then you are. Maybe lockdown. It could be a lockdown thing. You could be going to visit someone, and then suddenly you're not allowed to. It's that kind of an energy. An unexpected alone time this week. Now I wonder what. Everything happens for a reason, so I'm wondering what is behind that. Let's see. You got curiosity, unconditional love, and passion. Okay, so be curious about it. This shift, this turn of events, why you can't be around other people. There is reason. Be curious about it. Got something to do with passion and unconditional love. Unconditional love, I'm getting like red flags from this, as in maybe you're unconditionally loving. Maybe you're going in to help someone or unconditionally loving someone maybe that hasn't earned that unconditional love. Like unconditional love is great, but don't go offering it to just anybody. Offer it to your kids or those that have like proved that they are offering it back to you too. That makes it conditional, right? But yeah, not unconditional relationships. Be careful of that. Passion here. It could just be a passion thing. I don't know. Be curious about it because it feels to me like the universe is like saving you from something here. You've got very red cards there. Have you noticed? Passion. Passion. A passionate week. Or you thought you were headed into passion and then like the universe blocks you. So no, you're not allowed to do that. It's always happening to me that. And I said to my guides, am I not just allowed like a relationship on the way to like my big relationship? Or have I really got to be alone all of this time? I'm not allowed the little ones. And they're like, no. They throw a brick wall in my way the whole time. It could be that for you this week. Dodging a bullet, being saved by the universe. And you're like, I don't want saving. I wanted to have passion. I'm allowed passion. That's what it feels like to me. Page of Pentacles here. So a message coming in about something tangible or something like it can't happen. It could be someone letting you know that, oh, sorry, I can't come and see you now. You can't come and see me now, and because of this. And it's a message coming in Page of Pentacles. There's something physically blocking here. A physical block. A tangible thing, like they're not just making it up. There is a physical block there, is what I'm getting there. So they're not just making up that they're in lockdown or that you can't come because of this reason. It's real. Queen of Pentacles, stay stable while you're going through this, Virgo. Stay stable. So being blocked from movement is what it feels like to me. Or from being with other people. Stay stable emotionally through that. And materially as well. I mean, your money and stuff like that. Don't go throwing money at it. You know, your plane is cancelled, so you can't go there. Don't just like try and throw your money at it. That would be a mistake. This is the universe putting a block in your way. Be curious about it instead. My plane was cancelled. This means I need to be alone. As much passion as I've got and as much as I want to go and be with that person, maybe this is just the universe telling me, no, this isn't the right timing or something like that. And or this person isn't for you, or this action isn't for you, and rather than throw money at it and book myself another flight or whatever to try and make it happen, that's the ego that wants to do that. It's just like listening to the kind of the guidance that you're getting through the devil here. So ego is going to want you to sort it out and just have what you want. The ego stamps its foot and says, I want what I want. It's kind of narcissistic, the ego. It is narcissistic. So don't do that. Watch out. Your ego is going to want you to push this and just get it anyway. You know, it's going to be impatient and want it. Tell us what else. This is weird. And it's a strange energy to pick up here. That suddenly, I mean, I guess it's not with the pandemic and stuff. Like a lot of people could be going through these energies, but there's a good solid reason for this. And it's got something to do with passion and not getting your own way. Sometimes we don't get our own way, Virgo, and that's a good thing. Our ego doesn't want to hear that. My readings are not about stroking your ego. Oh, well, look at this. It took a while for that to come out, but look at it. It is the world. End of a cycle, the completion of something, so a new cycle can begin. Two of Wands, about a decision of action to take or not to take. Two of Cups, a love offer. Something is riding on this, and I don't think it's for some of you, this is a love offer. It's just not right for you, or there's something better coming along is what I'm getting from this. I know, I hate it when you get that in readings, because like I said, like on a personal level, I recognize this energy and I don't like it when it happens, and it makes me yell at my guide saying, can't you just give me this? Can't I just have like 1 week of pleasure? Can't I receive anything? Can't I just have like someone there? Do I always have to be alone for years like this? Like, come on, give a little. But that's the energy of this. Is you're being saved from something because there's something better coming along. I know you're not going to want to hear that. Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Why have I got the Page of Pentacles here? This is the message that you get through. Your flight's been cancelled. You're in lockdown. I don't know, whatever is blocking you here or blocking them. This is the message coming through when you find out. What's behind this? Pentacles, Page of Pentacles here. The Emperor taking charge of it. Right. So it's a message coming from a controlling kind of a person. In other words, from an authority. You're in lockdown. From a aeroplane company. Whatever they're called. Saying, it's coming from an authority. That is going to make you rebel against it even more. Don't tell me what to do. So yeah, it's unlikely that it's coming from you or from this person, from another person involved here. This might not be about another person. This might be about you going on holiday or something like that, and you can't go. What's behind this? Why? Divine timing. It's not the right timing. It's not the right timing, is what it is. Now, that is what happens, right? When blocks are thrown up in front of us, it's often that is the reason. That's the message behind it. It's not the right time. Okay, let's pick this apart a little bit more. So Queen of Pentacles, remain stable. Don't throw money at it. Don't throw money at this problem. Because if it's a block from the universe, it's a block and it's going to block you again and you could lose money doing this. Queen of Pentacles, stay stable in this kind of acceptance, stable acceptance of, okay, it's a block. It's a no from the universe. This isn't the right time. It sucks, but I'm going to be alone. Queen of Pentacles, tell us why the Queen of Pentacles is here. The Muse of Emotions. King of Cups. A water sign, maybe. You could be an... Oh, what am I talking about? I know what sign you are. You're Virgo. You are an earth sign, Queen of Pentacles. There's an emotional hook to all of this. And that's not the reason that this is being blocked. There's nothing wrong with your emotional hook, is what I'm saying here. It's not like the universe saying you shouldn't be emotionally attached to this person or this thing, and so I'm taking it away from you. It's not that. The universe isn't like that. It's not a human being. It doesn't punish us for stuff. Nevertheless, it's the emotional hook, the emotional attachment to this, maybe this water sign person, that is causing you to be unstable, or possible instability in that, possible reaction to it. I'm getting ego reactions all over the place. You're really susceptible to ego reactions and stomping your feet and tantrum. Virgo's having a tantrum. But I wanted that. Tantrum. It's a tantrum week. Look at her face there. But I don't want to. She's crossing her arms. I don't want to. Teaching. Ooh, teaching. Your stability, right. So your ability to go with the flow isn't that good, really, Virgo, because you're very fixed. And interesting that you've attached yourself here emotionally to someone that's more emotional, someone that's fluid. You don't want to go with the flow. I don't want to go with the flow. I want to control this. Someone else is controlling it. There's a reason that message is coming from someone that's got authority here, because that pushes your buttons even more, which makes it feel like you're being punished, but you're not being punished. This is just remain stable through this. You're not being punished. It's just not the right timing for this. I feel like you've got something better coming along, Karen. But it could be a very interesting time. Be curious about what you're going through this week, because it's very interesting to find out, like, why am I getting, because I'm picking up this energy that, like, you're real angry about it, tantrum, angry about it, like you could just, have a narcissistic rage. Like I said, our egos are narcissistic, and it can come out of all of us. Everyone watch out. Virgo's going crazy this week. The devil. Whoa. Okay. This is that negativity. This is that tantrum. This is that stomping your feet. This is that ego. Comes out of the blue. It's unknown. You didn't realize you had it in you. Oh, this is the freaky thing. Okay, Virgo. Wow. Oops. Okay. When you go through something happens and you have a rage about it and you shock yourself. It's like, where did that come from? Because it's not. Well, rage is, right? Rage is when we've pushed our anger down so long, and so many years, or for so long, that, and ignored it, that when something, little thing happens and we're blocked from something, we rage at it. Rage is anger on steroids. It's anger that isn't appropriate for that situation. It's built up years of anger coming out inappropriately. That's why it's called road rage. The anger isn't appropriate to someone, like going too slow on the road or whatever. It's not appropriate. That's from years of pushing down anger and then exploding, So it comes out of the blue, and that might scare you, Virgo, because it's like, oh God, I'm a narcissist kind of thing. Or like, we've all got narcissists inside of us. We've all got an ego. And so we're all capable of that, and it might just shock you that comes out of you. If other people witness it, it might embarrass you. You could feel shame about that as well. But it's coming out of the blue, this rage. Raging Virgos. Wow. So something really triggers you. And it's teaching you something. Omens. You had omens about this. So the anger. You've been pushing down anger, Virgo. Maybe you've subscribed to these teachings that say anger is wrong. You shouldn't feel bad. You should never feel bad. Always feel good. Push it. Just ignore it. No, just focus on something else. And when we do that, when we ignore our negative feelings and don't feel them and feel them, feeling them is giving us that guidance to make a change. For example, if you walk down a street and then there's a guy beating up a little baby, that should make you angry. That's a natural response to that situation. What's the anger doing? It's fueling you to step in there and do something about it. Our negative emotions are the most important guidance, I would argue, that calls for change. Something needs to change. If you're being abused yourself and you're stifling that anger to get yourself out of that situation, to fight back, to protect yourself, to empower yourself. You're pushing it down instead of telling yourself that anger is wrong. That anger is going to come out at some point, and God help that abuser when it does. Or probably some innocent person that just does something slightly wrong on the road, or gets your change wrong in the supermarket. They're going to get with it. Anyway, you've had omens. This stuff has been bubbling out before. So something happens this week that sends you into a rage, and it could be really shocking to experience that yourself. Love yourself through that. Like I said, we've all got this ego, and rage happens when we've been suppressing anger. But it's time to stop doing that. You don't want that to keep on happening, because if you rage, it's inappropriate. You're abusing someone else when you do that. The only way to stop doing that is not to suppress it even more. It's to stop suppressing your anger. Start to feel your anger and express it in a way that makes change. Yeah, a way that makes change. It's the warrior energy. You've got to, maybe you've been like saying, I'm a lover, not a fighter, and things like that. You need to bring that aspect of yourself out, because you are everything. We all are. And there's an appropriate time and place for everything. So something happens this week to trigger you into that, so that you can see how you've set yourself up for that. It seems unknown. You see, you got the devil here, and it's like, oh, this is a total surprise. I told you out of the blue, I'm not usually like that. It's totally unknown, but omens. That says bullshit. That's calling bullshit on this card. It's not unknown at all. You had signs. This anger was coming up before. Maybe you've been punching the wall or something like that, your pillow or something. You've had signs. You've had signs that that suppressed emotion is there. Now, if we're talking about a relationship here, there's a completion of a cycle. Something needs to end. I feel like you're being saved. Now, if you have been suppressing anger, you're not going to be attracting good relationships anyway. So if we're talking about you going to see someone you wanted to be with, and suddenly you can't, and that makes you rage. When you've got those kind of issues, you're not going to, I'm telling you straight, you have not attracted your person. You cannot be in that energy and attract a healthy relationship. You just can't. So you're dodging a bullet. You've attracted someone with issues too. You've got to heal yourself and love yourself before. And I'm not saying you've got to be perfect before you can have a healthy relationship, but you will have been saved from this relationship, because it's not a healthy one. It can't be if you're experiencing this, what's going on in this reading. So it's time to put down those burdens. Now, if you've been shouldering things in relationships, always taking the burden, always taking the hit, they're being abusive or whatever, and you don't allow yourself to get angry. You're just like, no, I'm going to be chill about this. I'm going to take it. I'm going to like transmute it in myself and not pass it back to them. That's like, I'm going to be the ultimate doormat, the doormat of all doormats. It's time to put down those burdens of what you've been doing in relationships. It's been taking way too much on, and it's led you to, yeah. And when you take too much on like that in relationships, damn straight it makes you angry in the moment. And it's okay to make you angry in the moment. That is feedback saying, stop doing it, Virgo. Stop doing it. Everyone is going to feel angry, right? If there's a situation at home, everyone is sat around having a good time, but that the woman gets up and goes to the kitchen and makes the food. Everyone is just having a good time. She's the only one doing work. Damn straight she should be angry about that. Damn straight she should be angry about that. But if she's shouldered that the whole time, and we all know people like that, think about your mum, then that is going to come out as rage. Same here. You've been shouldering too many burdens in relationships and pushing that anger down, that rightful anger. You need to release those burdens. You've got a better relationship ahead for you here. The universe is saving you. And quite possibly them too. Quite possibly them too. Because you might have shown up like a tyrant. Virgo, is unusual energy in a reading. It's okay. Like we've all, I'm not saying like you're just this and like only Virgo's bad this week and everyone else is great. Like I said, we've all got this ego, we've all got that narcissist inside of us, and we can provoke that ego by this suppression, by keeping ourselves in imbalanced situations like this, taking the burdens, taking more than our fair share of burdens. Think about it in the workplace. You're the only one like doing the work and everyone else is like goofing off and having fun. Damn straight you're going to be angry about that. But if you don't, if you're just trying to impress the boss and you push that anger down, one day you're going to take a gun into work and shoot them all. I know, I'm exaggerating, but you know, even if it's a tantrum, don't ignore it this week. Of course, I'm exaggerating this to get the point across of what these energies are about. If your anger coming up, do not ignore it. Never ignore it. It's always asking you to make a change here or stand up for yourself or yeah, draw up a boundary, empower yourself. It's asking you to step in. It's asking you to do something differently. And that do something differently isn't just be a bit more mushy and a bit more doormatty. Mushy. Psychic development. You know, you had the omens card here. You might be going, I don't know where this came from. You do. You do. You know where this is coming from. You know. It's that's strong. I was going to say something like it's harming your relationships. Destroying is the word that I was given by my guides. It's destroying your relationships, Virgo. I think you're all wearing a mask, Virgo. I think you've been wearing a mask. You've been putting a smile on your face when you're not happy. And then in the confines of your own space, that anger has to come out, that energy has to come out, but you're pushing it down, you're making it wrong. You're trying to be a peacemaker and ignoring your guidance system. Like I said, wouldn't it be nice if it was true that our emotional guidance system, the positive feelings, are the most important guidance? But it's not. I'm telling you what, it's not. Most important guidance that we get is our negative emotions. Think about a child, a small child. We're talking about self-love now. How do you love yourself right, Virgo? Well, how do you love a child right? Do you ignore them when they're feeling really bad, when they're hurt, when they're crying? Do you ignore them? Is that the way to look after a child? No, hell no, no, it's not. So don't do that to yourself. That's when you tend to them. That's when they need the most love. That's when they need the most love and reassurance and listening to what's wrong with them. You need to listen to those negative emotions. You need to hear yourself. That's self-love, not ignoring it. You don't ignore that child when they're going through that. You don't leave the baby to cry. You don't do that. That is not good parenting. Don't parent yourself like that. So, word of warning, Virgo, because this will only get worse if you keep on doing what you've done. You don't need to be hippie peacemaker, smile on your face, happy clappy. Be real. You'll get real love by being real. Allow your emotions to come out appropriately and they'll stop coming out inappropriately. What's going on in your love life, Virgo? Not a lot, according to this. Block, 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 block. Unrequited love. They don't love me. They cancelled on me. It could be that. I mean, you could be tripping yourself out about that, but I think it's kind of true. I think it's kind of true. Like I said, if you've got this energy going on, you haven't attracted a functional relationship. You just haven't. I know. I know from experience, you just haven't. And, you know, I had a relationship with a narcissist, like grandiose narcissist years ago. And yeah, at the time, I'm like, I'm the victim here. I'm nice. I'm happy, clappy, hippie. But no, I wasn't. I was codependent. I wasn't nice. I was codependent, and that was not nice. And so, yeah, sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves here. I could bullshit myself back then and say, but I'm just good energy. I'm just love and light. And how come I've been given the wrong person? You know, not a match to me. Well, he was a match to me. He was a narcissist and I was codependent. And yeah, so it might be time to, Wake up to yourself. Virgo, this isn't going to get many likes, this video. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Wrecking my YouTube channel? But it's the truth that you need to hear. Sorry, some of you Virgos. Tell us more about this unrequited love then. So yeah, as much as I wanted to bullshit myself back then, I needed to realize there's too unrequited love that I can, if you've got issues like that, and it was very much, the codependency was very much, codependency is very much about ignoring the negative emotions that we feel. It's the only way that we can be a doormat like that and like help other people instead of looking after ourselves properly. How can you be in a relationship with a narcissist and look after yourself? You can't. I tried. You can't. It's terrible. You can't. Unrequited love, nothing will come of this situation. There you go. Brick wall. This is a brick wall. If for you, I'm talking about this, a brick wall's been put up in front of you. That's why you shouldn't throw money at it, because the universe is going to keep on blocking you, keep on blocking you. This one isn't for you, Virgo. This one isn't for you. It's true. It's true. Your ego won't want to hear that. Oh, you might be having a tantrum to this video. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh. Commitment. So you might think you're committed and they're not. You might. And are you really committed there? Well, you might be committed to them, but that could be codependency. Have you been committed to yourself? This reading is kind of saying, no, you haven't. You've not been looking after yourself properly. You've not been loving yourself properly. We've got to commit to ourselves first before someone else can commit to us. And stop committing to other people before we've committed to ourselves. This is like a huge lesson in self-love this week. So be curious about it. What was the other one? Yeah, you're kind of being blocked from being passionate, right? No, unconditional love. Codependency. I think for a lot of you, it's going to be codependency. Kisses. Unconditionally loving. There it is again. Unconditionally loving. Save that for those that have really earned it, or your children. Give it to yourself, yes, give it to yourself, and then you're going to be able to give it to others properly, those that deserve it. Not everyone deserves unconditional love. Kisses. Just be careful. Careful of that unconditional loving, Virgo. Okay. Tell us more. Smoke and mirrors, you bet. Smoke and mirrors. There's such a possibility of you deceiving yourself this week. Fooling yourself, telling yourself lies, that kind of thing. So be curious and uncover it. You're being given this opportunity to see something really clearly, and it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant stuff at all. This shadow work is not pleasant, let me tell you, it's not. But it's essential. It's essential to healthy relationships, getting on the path to healthy relationships. It's essential to everything, success, happiness, all of it. Your reaction to this message coming in from this controlling kind of person should show you some of it as well. Is because I was getting like, you know, I'm not going to say it, in fact. There's many people reacting like that to stuff that's going on in the world at the moment. Will not accept from authority that they're trying to help us right now. Just because it's from authority. And authority and science must be wrong. And I must be right. It's all ego. It's all narcissistic bullshit. Okay, trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. You see, you do have a divine timing element here. You're being saved from something. And in that being saved from something, it's triggering something within you. And it's for good reason. You need to see this stuff now, do that shadow work on it. So it's divine timing. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. And it might feel so wrong and so bad when it does. Like I said, this isn't easy stuff at all. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Resting in the unknown. That was bullshit there. This you do know. I mean, you can delve into it of why this reaction is happening, because the reaction is extreme within Virgos this week. Watch out. Stay away from Virgos. Ah! Good luck, Virgo. Call to the shadow work this week. You can do it. You can do it. You got to be brave to do the shadow work. Not everyone does it. In fact, hardly any people do it. But it does set you free. It heals you in the end. We can't be happy, clappy, love and light and heal ourselves. We just can't. That's not where the healing is. Healing to a certain extent, and then there's the gnarly stuff beyond that. Really getting to know ourselves, really uncovering those things, really loving ourselves. That's like it's like saying, okay, I'll have a kid, but I'm only going to love them if they're nice. They cry. Nah. That's wrong, isn't it? That's not loving a kid. That's just wrong. You got to love them through everything. You got to love them especially when things are going bad. So, call to self-love this week. There you go, Virgo. Yikes! Thank God I've not got any Virgo in my chart. Good luck, Virgos. If you need some help with that, come along to Be Healing. But there's so many people in the YouTube land putting information out about this to help you through all of that as well. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video, even though the information in the message might trigger you. You can still like me and this video. Don't let this guidance wreck my YouTube channel, guides. I keep on telling them about that. It's like a little less truth and a little more supporting me and my business. Please, guys, thank you. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on below as well. I would love to hear from you. And consider subscribing as well if you're not already. If you like this kind of stuff, doing the inner work, subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified of when I go live in my Psychic Cafe show. I'd love to see you in there. And maybe we can talk about it. If you've got this stuff going on, come into Psychic Cafe, we can talk about it in there. Give you some help there. So have the best week ever, as best as you can with these gnarly energies going on for Virgo. And I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Energy Update. Bye.